Hi, I'm Stephanie Cosentino, and I'm going to be talking about stress today and how it affects the brain and the body negatively. So, stress is unavoidable. In fact, there's good stress, right? Acute. That's why people say that they work well under pressure, right? Because this stress activates, gives us a boost of energy, and then we do what we need to do. But in 2023, we have a lot of stress coming at us from all directions, private, personal, professional, and current events type of global affairs. So we are bombarded in so many ways that our bodies cannot process all the stress. So what happens is the body starts to wear itself out, and exhausts, depletes itself from energy. And when the brain, the amygdala, perceives a threat, it sends a signal to the hypothalamus. And then the hypothalamus sends a signal to the pituitary. The pituitary sends a signal to the adrenal glands, and the process really goes into effect at that point, sending, the adrenals send out adrenaline, of course, cortisol gets released, and what happens is, we get shallow breathing, which is not good. In the long run, we don't want shallow breaths because deep breaths bring oxygen into and throughout our bodies. So we have shallow breathing, faster heart rate, tension in our body. Our muscles tense up, and everything is like high alert. Okay, so when this occurs over and over and over again, and it just never goes away, our body, as I mentioned, starts to get depleted. Our energy reserves, this is like a boost of energy. It's not a long-term solution. So the brain in particular does not deal with stress well. The nerves actually start dying when there's just an excess, when the brain gets flooded with excess cortisol and adrenaline. This is a signal, number one, that there is still a threat, and so other parts of the brain shut down pretty much. And because there's no time for us to be thinking about the best memories of our life in that moment with all this stress. So there's no need for that. And the brain will do what it can to reserve its energy for what's important. And if in the case of stress, it could be a life-threatening situation. The brain doesn't know the difference between, like a woolly mammoth attacking you, or your office mate annoying you and stressing you out, or giving you more work that stresses you out. Okay, the brain just knows that you are stressed and it needs to shut down parts of the brain. So a brain that has suffered too much stress has shrunken, has shrunken and continues to shrink as the threat continues. But besides a shrinking brain, the neurons, the nerves, the brain cells actually die. And even new brain cells that are generated, those do not survive. Those die as well. So it's just not working. The brain ceases to work, and the only thing that is activated under stress is the limbic system, right? The survival, our primal, basic brain that has been, it's the most basic part. You know, our brain has evolved through the years, through the millennia, and has activated different regions so we can think differently and behave differently. So under stress, though, it continues, it reverts back to the most basic. It's like survival is the only concern. And so the brain under stress does not do well under long-term stress. Our body is designed to deal with stress on a situational basis, but over time it's not good. So we need to, if we're going to be stressed out and living in this type of environment, we need to find ways in which we can assist the body in processing the stress. And meditation is one of those things. Meditation helps to relax the brain and the body so that we can continue digesting, we can continue healing. These things happen only when we're in a state of relaxation. Our body does not want to think about digesting food when it perceives a threat to its existence, right? So meditation helps to process the stress. It helps to relax our bodies, relax our nervous system, activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which says that everything's okay, and we can do those healing things that happen during rest. Thank you. Okay.